Over to the left, please. Thank you.
Hey guys, you're right. Just on the left, go forward, slightly go on the left, people in. Right for it. Straight ahead, please.
Immer wieder Durchfall, Bauchschmerzen, Blähungen? Nein, danke. Deshalb PTBR Pro. Aus der Forschung für dein Leben.
Hands to the left, please, guys.
I'm sorry, all three over here to your left.
Over to the left, please, guys.
And into the middle, please. Centre. The right place.
Back to the black t-shirt on the left, please. Back to the left-hand side. That's right.
Yeah, because like James just trainers. For real?
Ready?
And over to your left, please. Over to your left, please. Too quick.
Back to the back t-shirt on the front, Bobby to the left-hand side. That's the one. And straight ahead, please.
And over to the left, please.
And both here, this camera here on your left.
Back to the next one along, Bobby. And both of your eyes this way, please.
middle, please.
Over to your left, please.
What's the middle, please?
Slightly, nice big spiral, bit of spiral. There you go. And right to the
right.
To your right, to the left.
Over to your right, please.
All right, please, like that.
Over to your right, please.
And to the right once more, please.
Just one over to the right, please. Thank you.
And both to your left. And Victor Martin just here on your left.
Straight to the centre, please.
And to your left.
Straight to the centre, please. And once more in the middle, please. And then straight ahead.
And Victor to your left. Smile!
Over to the left, please. Thank you.
To your left.
In the centre, please.
Now lead to your right, big button.
Both you eyes this way, please. Just in top row,
your left, all the way to your left, Maya. All the way to your left.
Once more to the left, Maya.
All the way to your left, Maya.
Over to the left, please, Maya.
Maya, straight down the camera here, Maya. Maya, straight, Maya here.
And over to your right, please, Maya.
Straight here, straight here. And just guys to the top row here, please.
In the middle first, please, guys.
We're starting right, sweeping them.
Sounds perfect. When you finish, come back to the middle for us. Thanks, guys.
Back feet on the front line for me.
And over to your right, please, guys.
Straight ahead for me.
And one more to the right, please. Thanks.
Messed up our system.
Sorry.
You guys should get a system. Let's go that way.
And over to the left, please.
Nick and Calvin both this way.
Straight ahead.
please, Calvin. Thank you very much.
Right, to the left, please. To the left, sorry, please.
And I straight ahead, guys. Just out this way, please.
And to the right, please, guys. And back to the right, please. And straight ahead, please.
And up to the left, please, gents.
Start the left-hand side, boys, if you could. Forward, left-hand side.
And straight ahead, Captain.
And get your looking to the right, please.
And again, bring it all eyes this way.
And once more to the right, please.
Wait, you just in the middle for us, please.
That orange line, the orange line.
And nice straight up, please. In the centre, please.
Davina, just here, Davina.
Davina, right straight ahead, please. Straight in the centre. And once more to the middle, please. Which one are you doing, first?
And then the next one's on for me, the black t-shirt.
And I straight ahead, please.
And then come all the way along to the right, please. Keep your camera down.
And bring the right side this way, please.
Keep on your back. Come on.
Start the left-hand side. Then two in the back.
And eyes to the top row, please, Davina.
Hey, coming to the right, Davina, please.
Down the front again for
Thank
me.
you.
Down the front.
Okay, eyes straight ahead.
You right, please, Alex?
And eyes inside this way, please. Okay, guys, everybody look out.
Top, boys. And to the right, please. Thank you very much. on your left as well.
Over to the left, please.
Over to the left.
In the centre, please.
Lucia.
And then to the right, please. Thank you. And size to the centre, please. And into the centre, please. This way, guys.
Roxy and Jack, just here, Jack as well.
Into the centre.
Can we get a single Roxy? Roxy, can we get a single? And so Roxy over here. Roxy, just here. Roxy, straight ahead. Thank you, Roxy. To your right, please, Jack.
Jack, to your right, please.
Jack, over to your
Jack.
right, Jack.
No, too far.
And start on your left corner, please.
And keep coming along to the right, please.
Straight ahead, please. Straight ahead.
Along to your right again, please. Back to your right, please. And back to your right. Thank you.
And right, the eyes this way, please.
And then the next one along for me, the back t-shirt, that's great.
Now eyes to the top row here, please.
And over to your right, please.
Once more eyes to the top row.
Over to the left, please.
In the middle, please.
Clara, just your left. Right.
To the left, to right, please. Right?
And then
please.
Sorry, Roman, just here on your left.
Thank you guys, appreciate that.
And it's the centre. Lovely, thank you very much.
And then over to your right, please.
Serge, up to the left.
Middle, please. Centre.
And Doug to your left. Just to your left. And over to your right, please, Serge.
Serge, over to your right, please.
And a bit more to your right, please.
Keep coming to your right, sir. Keep coming to your right. Straight ahead. To the centre, please. Go ahead. Outside to the centre, please. Just a bit, please.
And just to your left.
Sorry, guys.
Just back to the left one.
And if we can get you looking to your right, please, Amy.
And just guys to the top row here, please.
Back to your right, please. Thank you.
Over to the left, please, sir.
What's the license on?
Georgia, just to your left.
And over to the left, please, Georgia.
Georgia, here to your left. And again this way, Georgia.
And once more in the middle, please. Straight ahead, please.
You get help now.
I think he'll just amble down his own time. One of his hands just to pull
Good,
off.
good.
That's right, just there, thank you. Okay, straight to the centre, please. Straight ahead, centre, please.
And Jay, this way. Jay, to your left. Jay, to your left, please.
Over to the centre, please.
Jay, this way, to your left. And a single shot quick without the colour.
Just tap the dress in a bit, mate. Tap the dress in a bit.
And Jay, this way,
Go to the centre, please. To the left.
Jay, to your left.
Over to the left, please.
To the centre, please.
Jay, this way.
Centre, please. Centre.
Yes. Come on. And over to your right, please.
Just back to your right again. Back to your left again, love. To your left, to your left.
To your right again, please.
And I straight ahead, please. Can you bring the dress in a bit tighter with the single? Thank you. Okay, guys, straight ahead.
Jay, to your far right, Jay. Jay.
Straight ahead, please.
Jay, to your right.
Sorry, you need to turn the shoulders this way slightly. Okay, now look to your left for me, please. Straight ahead.
Jay, this way. Jay, to your right. Jay.
Okay, straight here, then for me. And I'm straight ahead, please.
One, he'd struggled to get here. He was in the car. Alex, just your left here.
And over to the left, please, Alex.
right. Ladies to the centre, please. Ladies, stand to the right. In the centre of the left. And then Jess and Alex just here.
And then this way, straight ahead, please. Straight ahead.
And Jess, can we get a single shot?
Single of Jess, thank you. Thanks, Alex.
She'll meet you down there in a minute.
Centre.
And Jess, can I get eyes here, Jess? Jess, your left.
And Jess, eyes to the centre, please.
Over to the left, please, Jess.
Lovely, thank you very much. Thanks, Jess. Absolutely. Thank you.
Jordan, all the way to your left, Jordan.
Jordan, over.
Jordan, to your left.
Over to the left, Jordan.
Jordan, to your left. All the way. Touch your walk, please. Touch your walk. And Jordan, just to the left as well. Jordan, just to your left.
Over to the left, Jordan.
And Jordan, eyes here. And Jess, to your right, Jess. Everybody all right, please?
Coming to the right, please. And again to the right, please. And again to the right, please. Thank you.
Just in the middle, please.
Over to the left, Danny.
Into the centre, please, Sam.
Go on the hammers. What do you want? You do a shot together? You do a smash together? Yeah. It's not often he goes. What's your favourite shot?
Everyone down the centre, please. In the middle, please.
And over to the left.
And eyes this way, please. Thank you.
Danny, over to your right, Dave.
Top row here, please, up top. And both just guys, sit this up top in the pin. Up top, there we go, lovely, thank you.
Can we get three, Danny? What? Three of you? I'm done. That's actually Okay, you can start the left hand side for me, please. That'd be great. Thank you. And straight ahead, please. And over to your left. And one more straight ahead.
Thank you. Lovely, thank you very much. Can we just get a quick sing?
Front for me, stand front here. And the far left, please. Centre.
And eyes this way.
And over the top.
Just guys, in the top row. And straight. Thank you very much.
And over to your right, please.
Back here to the point of the flag straight. Thank you.
Back to your right.
Jared, to your left. Mr.
Over to the left, Jared.
And just come into the middle, please, Darren.
No, they're cool shades.
And just on the orange, please. You can see myself.
Just this way, Jared.
And straight to the middle, please, Darren.
And Mr. Leto, just here, please, one.
Just over to the left, please, sir.
And this one is good.
And straight ahead, please.
And over to the left.
if you don't mind.
And over to the left, please, guys.
And then the next spot's the stand.
Millie, far left, Millie. Millie, far left.
Okay, guys. Lovely, just on the orange, please.
Lovely, thank you.
And the next one, Lee.
With an orange shirt.
Smile. Yeah, we need a bit of atmosphere. Millie.
Get your left. Coming to your right.
Millie, to the right, left a bit. Millie, just...
Get your left.
And again, Millie, just here. Thank you.
Get your left. Your left, please.
And the guys in the centre, please. In the centre, please.
Sorry, Millie, only showing towards shoulder.
Smile for me. Thank you very much.
Just one more on the far right. And then one more far right, please, Millie.
This is your walk looking over, boss.
Just on the orange there, please, guys.
Guys,
And right straight ahead, please, in the centre.
Paloma, just this way.
And to the centre.
Over to the left, Paloma.
Paloma, just your left.
We have the
There we go. And the eyes this way, Paloma.
right straight in the centre, please. Still ahead, please. Right, straight this way, please. In the centre. Right, okay, just on the orange. A little bit of a smile from the centre. much.
Just guys, top row, please. Move this camera here and shoot this shit.
And then straight ahead, please, Julie.
And this one at the top, just here. That's great.
And one more here, please. Lovely, thank you. We've been sport, yeah. Back to shitty 4 Back to your right, please. Okay, just straight ahead, please.
Guys, thank you so much.
And just this one here. And again, just your left.
And what's those in the middle, please?
Where those feet? Very airy. You get too hot. No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Can I say thank you for your hospitality, for your leadership. We have met a number of times, we've talked a number of times, and we have had a very constructive conversation. I'm sure we will today. And of course, our countries have been bound together for a very long time now. The closest alliance, I think, of any two countries when it comes to prosperity and security. And I know that together we will strengthen that even further. And on issues like Ukraine, thank you for changing the conversation to bring about the possibility that now we can have a peace deal. And we want to work with you to make sure that peace deal is enduring, that it lasts, that it's a deal that goes down as a historic deal, that nobody breaches, and we'll work with you to make sure that that absolutely happens. And it is my pleasure to bring from His Majesty the King a letter. He sends his best wishes and his regards, of course, but he also asked me to bear this letter and bring it to you. So can I present the letter from the King to you?
Thank you very much. Am I supposed to read it right now?
Yeah, please do.
I will do.
I've got to tell him what your reaction is, so I need to know. I need to know.
He is a great gentleman, a great, great gentleman. Oh, that's well. Well, that is really nice. I must make sure his signature's on that. Otherwise, it's not quite as meaningful. It is, and that's quite a signature, isn't it? Beautiful. He's a beautiful man, a wonderful man, and we appreciate it. I've known him, gotten to know him very well, actually. First term and now second term. Perhaps you'd like to say what that very important paragraph.
Yes, so this is a letter from His Majesty the King. It's an invitation for a second state visit. This is really special. This has never happened before. This is unprecedented. And I think that just symbolises the strength of the relationship between us. So this is a very special letter. I think the last state visit was a tremendous success.
It was.
His Majesty the King wants to make this even better than that. So this is truly historic. an unprecedented second
That's a
state
great-
visit, and he
great
wants
honor.
to talk that through with you.
And that says at Windsor. That's
Yes.
really something.
Yes. What I haven't got yet is your answer. I do need to.
The answer is yes. On behalf of our wonderful First Lady, Melania, and myself, the answer is yes, and we look forward to being there and honoring the King and honoring really your country. Your country is a fantastic country, and it'll be our honor to be there. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. President. I shall happily take that back to His Majesty.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to keep that one.
You'll keep that one.
President Trump, Andrew and Tristan Tate landed in Florida today on a private jet after being released from custody in Romania. They are accused rapists, human traffickers, not thought of as good people in many circles. Did your administration pressure the Romanian government to release them, and if so, why?
I know nothing about that. I don't know. You're saying he's on a plane right now?
He's back. They already.
Yeah, I just know nothing about it. We'll check it out. We'll let you know.
I do. Look, obviously this involves, there's an English element here, so obviously it's important that justice is done, and human trafficking is obviously, to my mind, a security risk, and so we'll catch up with the story in due course.
You're aware? Are you aware?
President, on veterans.
I didn't know anything about it. Yeah.
Mr. President, on veterans make up 30% of the federal workforce. Are you tracking how many veterans have been fired so far?
Yes, we
Do you
are.
want DOJ to
We
avoid
are, and we take good care of our veterans, so we're watching that very carefully, and we hope it's going to be as small a number as possible. But we are having great success in slimming down our government. It's been really very successful, and some took payouts and buyouts, and others took other things, and some people we're finding out don't even exist. We're finding that we have a lot of people that don't exist, that people thought that did. We will be making a statement on that, but we're taking care of our veterans. We love our veterans. We're going to take good care of them. Okay, please.
Mr. President, could you be persuaded, as part of a peace settlement in Ukraine, to provide air cover, a backstop security position to the contributions that Europe might make as well?
Well, so President Zelensky is coming to see me on Friday morning, and we're going to be signing really a very important agreement for both sides, because it's really going to get us into that country. We'll be working there. We'll have a lot of people working there. And so in that sense, it's very good. It's a backstop, you could say. I don't think anybody's going to play around if we're there with a lot of workers and having to do with rare earths and other things, which we need for our country. And we appreciate it very much. And I look forward to seeing him. We'll be talking about it, and we'll also be talking about that today with the Prime Minister.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, we've already indicated that we'll play our full part in making sure that any deal, if there is one, and I hope there is, and I think this is a historic moment to make sure it's a lasting deal, and we're about to have a discussion about how we can make that work.
But I have to say this, as I said yesterday, you're talking about a peacekeeping force. We have to make a deal first. Right now, we don't have a deal. We have Russia, we have Ukraine. I think we're very well advanced. I think Russia has been acting very well. We have Representatives Steve Witkoff and Scott and Marco and JD. We're all involved, every one of us, and a lot more. But I think we're very well advanced on a deal, but we have not made a deal yet. So I don't like to talk about peacekeeping until we have a deal. I like to get things done. I don't want to give it the bad luck sign. We don't want to do that. But we've had very good talks with Russia, and we've had very good talks, as you know, with Ukraine. Yes, sir.
Mr. President, does the Prime Minister have to choose a closer relationship with the EU as he is seeking and a good trade relationship with you? Which one should he go for?
Well, I think we have just a great relationship. We actually had a good relationship before. We've met a couple of times, and I'm very impressed with him. I'm very impressed with his wife, I must say. She's a beautiful, great woman. And I said, I said, you're very lucky. He's very lucky. And no, we've had a very good relationship.
Are you worried about Britain potentially undoing some of the benefits of Brexit by seeking a closer tie with the EU, who you said was set up to screw
No, I don't worry about that.
States?
I thought, frankly, what they did was the right thing at the time, and I think that'll probably prove out over the centuries. You have a long time to go. But I think I predicted that was going to happen, and it did happen. and it'll work itself out. I think it's already worked itself out. Yes.
Mr. President, can I ask on Chagos, Mr. President? Keir Starmer has signed a deal to give away the Chagos Islands to Mauritius. Will you approve that deal?
Well, we're going to have some discussions about that very soon, and I have a feeling it's going to work out very well. They're talking about a very long-term, powerful lease, a very strong lease, about 140 years, actually. It's a long time, and I think we'll be inclined to go along with your country. Yeah, I think it sounds. It's a little bit early. We have to be given the details, but it doesn't sound bad. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, you obviously can do business with our Prime Minister Keir Starmer. You said yesterday that the EU was constructed to screw the US when it comes to trade. What can our Prime Minister say to you to persuade you not to impose tariffs on the United Kingdom?
Yeah, did I use the word that you said, that bad word?
I think so.
Well, I think that the EU, I've had problems with the EU because, and we're not talking about, we happen to have a great relationship with you, but we did have, and we do have problems with the EU because they've tariffed us. They do it in the form of a VAT tax, which is about 20%, and many other taxes. They sue our companies. They sued Apple. Got 16 or 17 billion dollars, which was, I think, totally a ridiculous decision. And they're suing Google for a lot of money. They're suing a lot of other companies, and we don't like the way they're treating our people now. We don't like the way they're treating our companies. They sell us cars. We don't sell them cars. They don't take our cars. They don't take much of our agriculture. And we have a deficit with them of about $350 billion. So I wouldn't say it's been such a great relationship personally, but other people did because it's politically correct to say that it's been good, but it hasn't been good. And we're going to change that. And we are going to have reciprocal tariffs. We're not going to have tariffs. We're going to have reciprocal. Whatever they charge us, we're going to charge them, which for many years, foolishly, I would have done that, but then all of a sudden we had COVID and we had other things to think about. So it took me a little while to get that on, but we had, in my first 4 years, we had the greatest economy in the history of, I think, the world, but certainly in the history of our country. I think we're going to have that again, but the EU was very, very tough on us from the standpoint of trade. Then you could take it a step further and go into NATO, and that was a very tough situation for us. I mean, that's been a very tough situation because we were paying a disproportionate share, and it wasn't good. So, as you know, they paid hundreds of billions of dollars after I got involved, and they evened it out a little bit, but not very much. And then if you look at the war, we're in for $300 billion plus, and they're in for $100 billion. They get their money back, and now we'll get our money back also. But under Biden, you wouldn't have done that. Biden did a terrible job, I have to say. I hate to say that about somebody that sat here just before me, but he did a terrible, terrible job. That war should have never happened, the war between Russia and Ukraine. Frankly, October 7th should have never happened. Israel, that should have never happened. What happened there should have never. Inflation should have never happened. Afghanistan should have never happened. The way they got out, not getting out, but the way they got out. So, but I can say that as far as we're here for a different reason, we're talking about a very different place. And this is some place that I have investments there. I own Turnberry, I own Aberdeen, and I own a great place called Doonbeg in Ireland. So, you know, I have a great warm spot for your country.
And our trade, obviously, is fair and balanced, and in fact, you've got a bit of a surplus, so we're in a different position there. And obviously, we contributed hugely in relation to Ukraine, and taken together with Europe, there's about 50%
It'll work,
gone in.
It'll work. It's going to work.
On a personal level, thank you. So does that mean there won't be any sanctions on the UK then?
Well, I have to take a look. I mean, we're going to have a good discussion today, and we have some very talented people on the other side, and we have some people that probably aren't as talented as them, but they're pretty good. Marco, what do you think? Our people are pretty good. And no, we're going to have a good discussion, and we'll be talking about that.
Mr. President, I just wanted to ask, Mr. Starmer, Prime Minister, has said that he believes that Vladimir Putin would be at risk of invading Ukraine again without a sufficient backstop. Do you think that Vladimir Putin would be likely to invade again in the event of a peace deal?
I don't think so. I think when we have a deal, it's going to be the deal. I don't think if I didn't win the election, I don't think we'd be even talking to Putin right now or anybody else. I think it would just, you know, I don't know if you're looking at the stats, but thousands of people are being killed a week, soldiers mostly, because the towns have been destroyed. But thousands of soldiers. This was a very bad week, by the way. I get the stats.
Several numbers.
And you're talking about a human life. Number one, I want to see that, and it doesn't involve American soldiers, but it's Russian and Ukrainian soldiers. And I think I'm speaking for both.
Yeah.
Number one, we want to see that stop, and number two, I want to stop paying the kind of money that we're talking about. You know, we're helping, and we're helping NATO, but we're helping a lot more than anybody else by far, and I want that to stop also.
Mr. President,
Jeff, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. You talked about trade tariffs this morning on your social media site. Just a question about China. 10% tariffs has already been implemented on China. Are you planning to do
an additional 10 above the 10?
This will be an additional 10 above. And is there, from the talks with Canada and Mexico so far, are you not seeing the progress that you wanted in order to
I don't see it at all. No, not on drugs. We've done a great job. If you look at Tom Homan, he's been incredible, and Christie, they've done a great job in terms of the border. But the drugs continue to pour into our country, killing hundreds of thousands of people. We're losing substantially more than 100,000 people. I mean, dead. They're dead. The families are destroyed after that happens. So it's, you know, it's not just that. That's the ultimate. But the families are absolutely destroyed. The drugs come in through Mexico. They come, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them come from China. And that's why we did that. It's 10 plus 10. In
10
case,
plus 10.
was there confusion on that?
There was, sir, yeah.
Okay, 10 plus 10. It's a second 10. And I think you're going to see, eventually you're going to see drugs stopping, because the country should not be allowing those drugs to come into the United States of America. And we're not going to allow it to happen. So that goes on the 4th of March. And then on the 2nd of April, we have reciprocal tariffs. That's reciprocal, where we charge countries what they're charging us. And nobody should have a problem with that. We have reciprocal. It's reciprocity. It's something that I think everybody I've spoken to said that's fair, and it is. If somebody charges us 25%, we charge them 25. If somebody charges us 10 or 15 or 30 or 70, we charge them an exact like amount. And it's pretty simple, but it's reciprocal tariffs, because the United States has been taken advantage of by many, many different countries, including our friends, friend and foe. And in many cases, our friends took bigger advantage of